Luke, obviously a 1-0 defeat against Liversedge. What were your thoughts on the performance?
I thought lads played well. Obviously it's hard, it's one of them games, but we didn't give many chances. They've only really had 2-3 chances maximum all game, and they're a good side, so they're going to take at least one. I thought we sat in the mid block well and made it hard for them to play. They didn't really penetrate us through the middle. We forced them wide, but at the same time at other end we didn't create that many chances. We had a few, but none clear cut, and like them ones that aren't clear cut, you've got to make them into goals, and that's why they're at top and we're in and around it, but not quite the same level yet.
Yeah, you mentioned about their quality, just how quick were they at sort of getting forward. They just pushed at pace.
Yeah, they break in numbers, don't they? Obviously they've got big lads up front and they've got quick wide players, and they don't just try and lump it and see it up at best. They're structured well, and they know that as soon as big lad gets up, there's people around him and supporting him straight away. And they just rush at you, and they just try and counter attack you, and they're very good defensively. They're hard to get past at back. So listen, that's why they're going to be in top division next year.
Obviously, it was a different system that we set up with yourself playing at left wing back. How did you find that?
Yeah, it's interesting. I'd never played there before. I had to sort of take me 5-10 minutes to sort of get used to it, but I thought it were alright. I don't mind it, but obviously when they're so good out wide as well, you have to be wary, because I've never had to worry about where their winger's going before, so it took a while to get used to, but it's always good to be able to play multiple positions.
How would you rate yourself in that position?
I don't think it's my strongest position, but I think the more I play there, the more options it gives for Gaffer, and if he wants to play me there, I'm more than happy to, and I reckon I can do a job there whenever he needs me to. But yeah, obviously I'm happy to play wherever he wants. I feel like I'm quite versatile, so I can play a few positions.
Mentioning that, obviously playing through the middle, playing on the left, playing further on the left but a bit further back. How good is it to be, show that versatility, especially with the amount of players and the constant rotation? How important is that?
Well, it's good. Obviously, that's what I mean. If you've got a player that can play 3 or 4 positions, then he's always naturally going to get more game time than someone that can only really play 1 or 2, because injuries happen, things happen. You might only be a person available that can play in that position, and it's obviously good for a gaffer to have someone who can play 3 or 4 positions.
Obviously now you've completed 90 minutes in 3 straight games. How have you found starting for the Tigers?
Good. Found it more comfortable now. Obviously when you come into a new squad, it's not easy to get to know lads so quick, and obviously I can see why gaffers took 3 or 4 games to slowly build me into it, but hopefully now he's seen what I can do, and that I've only really shown glimpses. Obviously I don't feel like I'm playing at my best, but he's obviously put trust in me and thinks that I can provide for him, and listen, I just want to play as much as I can.
That little settling in period, do you think that's helped you then?
Yeah, definitely. Just to get to know lads, get around bunch, see how they play, see what system they play. Still getting minutes, obviously coming off bench, so I don't lose my match sharpness. But yeah, I think it's because I'm obviously a young lad as well. If you get put straight into an environment you're not used to, I might end up shying away, and then I could lose my confidence, and that's the last thing you want, really.
Obviously the importance of starting games, and I suppose that gives you a little bit of self-belief as well.
Yeah, of course it does. If you're not playing games, naturally, no matter who you are, no matter how good you are, your confidence is slowly going to start to think, question yourself, or do I fit into the team, or am I good enough to play at this level? But it's a tricky one. It is a tricky one, but if you keep your confidence, obviously, like I say, it's not like he's just left me out of squad for 3 games. He's brought me on, so I sort of know that he's got trust in me, and that gives me my confidence.
What have you learned so far whilst with the club?
Just learnt that, well, when I sort of first came to this level, I thought it might be just a bit more oof it and kick it and all that, but they really do get it down and play, and all the lads can deal with ball, so it's good to know that it's not just big fat lads that are successful in this division. There's a lot of technical players around as well, and you just have to find the right team, and obviously our pitch suits it perfect, so hopefully next season make it a fortress and try and get best home record we can.
And I suppose the next 5 or so games for yourself, it's about showing Paz you're capable, you're ready to fight, and thinking more towards next season as well.
Yeah, we've got nothing to lose now. We've sort of got all pressure off us as much as we wanted to go and push and be as high as we can, which we still will, but the pressure's not really there now, so we can go and just play with freedom and show what we can do, and sort of takes everything off your shoulders and just lets you go out there and do what you want to do.
And also the cup final on the horizon.
Yeah.
I don't know about whether Sheffield, and you played for Sheffield.
Yeah. I don't think I can play in that.
But over the next course of the 5 games, what are you personally aiming for?
Well, hopefully get my name on the score sheet, and then that might kick me on from there, because obviously 3 starts, no goal yet, but I just feel like once one comes, they'll keep coming, and I'll keep providing. But yeah, it's mainly just playing with freedom and showing Paz and everyone else what I can do, and hopefully getting some goals.